second games of the season, would you have been that patient? And is that a sign, that you guys are starting to feel a little bit more comfortable with everything that's going on?
Yeah, I think a little bit more comfortable. Obviously, playing with a new partner takes a few games to get used to it. And, Ville, with him being out at the start of the year, it's going to take him a couple games to get going, just like, me after an injury. So he's obviously coming into his own and playing good hockey. So, it was a great pass up to Gabe. And then, the other two guys made a nice pass, and Scheif buried it.
When you guys are playing catch, is there communication going on there? Like, not yet, not yet, not yet? I mean, take us through that process.
I don't think on that one. I think, you're trying to suck one guy in and beat him with a pass to free Ville up so he has space to make a play. You don't want to pass it too early, and then I think it was Pasternak, it just stays on him, right? You've got to try and drag him over. So, it worked out well that time, and hopefully we can make some more plays like that.
Just one more for me, and that is, we were mentioning this, you've got to bring the stick up pretty high to get a high sticking penalty on you on skates. Was that your own stick that caught you, and how did that all happen?
I actually didn't watch it. I don't know what happened. It kind of happens fast when you get whacked in the face. Don't really care whose stick it was. It doesn't feel great. So, I don't know whose stick it was, but it doesn't feel awesome.
You've been high stick too many times though in your career.
A couple times this year. Yeah, it's a long way up there.
What's your interpretation of how things sort of transpired in the third with first the Frederick fight and then how your fight got going as well?
It's unfortunate to see a teammate get hurt like that. Not a huge fan, but stuff happens in the game. And then I think with me, just you see teammate, one of your best friends, kind of down on the ice. You want to stick up for him any way you can, and Laus did a great job after the fact too. With Sidorov's a big customer, so. You talk about having good people in your room. That's what Gussie is, one of the best people, that I know personally. So, to see him go down and any of your teammates go down, that's never a good feeling. Doesn't sit well with anyone in our room, and we stick up for each other in here.
Logan, sometimes it's surprising when it's Boston because you guys only meet twice a year, but I would suspect that, and not that I'm advocating violence or anything, but I mean, it would be, I think, expected that it'll be intense and hard fought and maybe even a little bit mean-spirited with Vegas on Thursday night.
Yeah, I think Vegas always gives us a good game. I think they beat us in the playoffs, and they've kind of had our number, so we'll be ready for them.
At all why they've had your number? I mean, it seems like you've been awfully close. Even the first meeting this season, you got off to a pretty good start. You had them down 1-0, and then all of a sudden, they find a way to come back. What's going on there that you can maybe counteract?
I think we just got to play a 60-minute game. I think in that game we gave them a couple plays off the rush that went in, and we don't like giving up rush chances, so clean that up a little bit, and obviously they got some skill over there, so try and defend them the best we can and play as a 5-man unit all over the ice. I think we'll have success.
Yeah, but there wouldn't be the notion that they're in your heads or anything like that, though.
No. Just back to the Gus thing, is there a sense in the room that shouldn't have happened, that shouldn't have played out, and if so, how can that be avoided?
It's a tough one. Obviously, Gussie gets his gloves off, and I think Frederick's been in a lot more fights than David Gustafsson has, and I was standing right there, so if there was anyone he wanted to go, it didn't have to be Gus.